Good morning, everyone. I have the pleasure right now to have a brief chat with Tim Rogers, the director of the Jacksonville Public Library. Tim has been president of the NEFLIN Board of Directors for the past year and has served for a total of 3 years on the board. And when the folks leave the board, we like to get them a little something. So today we have our board plaque that we would like to present to Tim, and which we will get to him at some point. But I would like to give him an opportunity to chat a little about the time that he spent on the board and that experience. So I'm going to turn the mic over to Tim.
Thank you, Brad. First of all, I want to thank you and the entire NEFLIN staff for the 3 years that I had on the board. It was a interesting and crazy learning experience. The first year was probably the closest thing we had to a normal year, but it was as someone with a strong commitment to library consortia and libraries working together. NEFLIN is a perfect example of that. Multiple types of libraries working together, bringing their strengths to the table to really expand on what all libraries can do. And of course, we have one of the greatest in Florida. The multi-type system is great, but NEFLIN, I think, is a really good example of what a library consortium can be, working not just to expand our experiences, but to bring in some of those great folks from outside of Florida to really show us some new ways of doing things. And certainly to my fellow board members, I wish you all very well in the next year. And if there's anything that I or Jacksonville Public Library can do to help NEFLIN, we are there. So thank you all very much, and thank you, Brad.
Hello, NEFLIN members. I'd just like to take a moment to say how much I've enjoyed my time as a board member here with NEFLIN. For the past 6 years, I've been able to witness the hard work and dedication of the NEFLIN staff. Brad, Jenny, Raymond, Jeannie, and now Beth are all amazing at what they do. I've also had the privilege of meeting and working with so many smart and capable individuals. And if you're interested in serving on the board, on a committee, as an interest group leader, or in any other capacity, I highly recommend it. Thank you.
James Gross is a valuable asset to the Taylor County Public Library and the community it serves. Following a career as a school media specialist, Mr. Gross has served as the president and treasurer of the Friends of the Taylor County Public Library since 2006. He serves as the appointed library patron representing Taylor County on the board of directors of the Three Rivers Regional Library System. Mr. Gross coordinates a variety of programs and activities for the library through the Friends group, including a monthly Florida author book reading and signing, an annual short story contest which includes adult and children's categories, along with prizes provided for the winners, an ongoing book sales at the library in addition to larger biannual book sales to fund the Friends group. These book sales include materials weeded from the library catalog and the regular donations of materials made to the Friends, such as books, DVDs, audiobooks, magazines, puzzles, and more. Supporting the summer reading programs through the funding of performers, supplies, refreshments, and door prizes. Funding of an iPad kiosk outfitted with 4 iPads, providing educational games and learning activities for the children's room at the Taylor County Public Library. Mr. Gross works tirelessly for the library during the week, after hours, on the weekends, volunteering his time all at his own expense.
I'm here today in Perry, Florida at the Taylor County Public Library, and I'm with Mr. James Gross. And Mr. Gross is the recipient of this year's Library Champion Award. And he has a long history with the libraries and with the community in Perry and in Taylor County. And he has been In the past, a school librarian or a media specialist at Taylor County Middle School, correct?
Right.
And he worked for the library after he retired as a library technician. And then he became the president and treasurer, correct, of the Friends of the Taylor County Public Library here. And he's been with them for 17 years and has done tremendous work with the library and has been a huge support, not just to the library, but to this community. So we are really proud to give you this award, and I hope that it lets you know how much you appreciate it and how much good work you've done for others. So
Okay.
On behalf of NEFLIN, I want to present you with the 2021 Library Champion Award.
Thank you very much. And on behalf of the Friends of the Taylor County Public Library and the other members who do a lot of work, I appreciate it very much. It's been a pleasure working with them all these years. And thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I am here today with Donovan Welch, who is one of the recipients of this year's NEFLIN Library Champion Award. And Donovan is a 2014 graduate of the University of Florida, and during his time there, he worked, or he was a member of the library board, and he actually is still a member. He was a member as a student, and he has continued that in his undergrad, after his graduation from UF. And he is currently working with the Boston Consulting Group's Chicago office, and he's working in corporate strategy and private equity. So he's joining us today from Chicago, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you, Donovan, for logging in with us and for giving us a few minutes to talk to you. So your nomination was partly due to your time on the library board, but also a big part of that was your work with the Donovan J. Welch Fellowship that you instituted. So I wanted to ask if you could tell us just a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So the fellowship was a way for us to support students who had an entrepreneurial mindset, but merely needed some funding, some expert guidance, some technology, and potentially some research backing to help them bring their idea to reality. We typically looked at those students coming from STEM backgrounds, and we asked them to put forward proposals that we would then select from to fund their ideas.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the library, why you chose to do this fellowship and the connection to the library itself.
Sure. So I, I'm very close to the library. I've never kind of left there. As a student at the University of Florida, you do spend time in lecture halls, but in truth, you spend much more time in the library studying, and they provide a home for students, especially those that live off campus, to do that. And so I have always wanted to give back. Our library system at the University of Florida is so broad and so diverse that you can give back to any number of units or disciplines through the libraries. And I wanted something that was more cross-functional and multidisciplinary. So I felt like the Science and Engineering Library at the University of Florida was just the place to do that.
Well, I know they are so appreciative of you doing that and the support that you've given them. And we're all familiar with UF and the great work that they do, especially, and we're big fans of their libraries. So because of all those reasons, they nominated you for this award. So the Library Champion Award is basically a member of a community who has shown exceptional support for one of our member libraries. So that's why they nominated you. So we're really proud to give this award to you. I'll try to hold it up in the picture here. So of course, Donovan does not have the award yet, but we will get it to him really soon. And I just hope it's goes a little way towards showing how much appreciation the UF library staff has for you and the good work that you've done. So thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Most communities do not offer persons with intellectual and developmental disability the ability to practice social and learning skills in an environment that is most conducive to their needs. We Are Capable programming seeks to create a safe and fun environment for learning and socializing. This innovation addressed a need to support individuals with IDD in the Volusia County community. The team wanted to create programming and events specifically targeted to this demographic, just as we do for children, teens, adults, and seniors. Individuals with IDD benefit greatly from programming that helps to develop social and communication skills. Discussions and experience gained in learning to function as independently as possible can bring confidence and well-being. Due to COVID-19, the library's in-person programming for individuals with IDD is currently on hold. However, virtual programming is thriving. Although this format lacks a social component, it does have advantages. Viewers can watch and repeat skills. In-person programming is certainly planned for the future, but due to its popularity, the team will continue to make virtual content. Creating helpful programming to serve members of our community has been a very satisfying and positive experience for staff and the library.
So I am here today at the Deltona Regional Branch Library in Volusia County to present our Innovation Award to some of the staff of the Volusia County Public Library System. So I'm here with Sarah Katz, and she's going to introduce her team to you.
So my wonderful team, we have Karen, Marlene, Greg, and Charlie, and we're missing two, Mel and Caroline, who have been a big part of helping me with this project.
And Sarah is going to be presenting in one of our breakout sessions today about this project. So I hope that many of you will join that breakout session to find out more about the We Are Capable project, which is for intellectually and developmentally disabled adults. And they have taken this project, started off strong. It was Sarah's Sunshine State Library Leadership Institute project. And they started off strong, and then they even shifted gears when we went into COVID and moved some things online, and the program has still continued to thrive. And so on behalf of NEFLIN and all of our members, I want to present to Volusia County Public Library this year's Innovation Award. So congratulations.
Thank you. Yay.
Linda Q's mission during her 2-decade career with the Alachua County Library District has been empowering the most vulnerable members of our community with information and resources. She has helped incarcerated fathers bond with their children, inspired jailed teens to find hope through reading, and empowered marginalized job seekers. She also consistently produces programs that champion African American artists' lives and works. Whether helping someone complete a job application or organizing a 4-day workshop for people facing barriers to employment, Linda is creative, patient, and dynamic. She fosters great community relationships to ensure that partners work in tandem to achieve the best results. Linda's many accomplishments exemplify how librarians and libraries can effectively serve at-risk patrons and cultivate community relationships to reach them. Her strong partnerships with local African American organizations equip the library district to better serve Alachua County's Black residents. Her community footprint in Gainesville is massive. Because of Linda's work, recently incarcerated men and women have an ally in rebuilding their lives and a one-stop shop to find many community assets. Juvenile inmates who are charged with the most serious offenses have access to books that inspire new ways of thinking and an activity to look forward to during uncertain times. Jail staff reported that behavioral issues among teenage inmates decreased by half after the Teen Book Club started. The community at large is united and inspired by Linda's art programs to explore and celebrate African Americans' history and culture. Linda's work has evolved the library district, the Gainesville community, and the Florida library community to be more equitable, inclusive, and hopeful.
Linda, I want to congratulate you for this award. It is well deserved. And it's amazing all of the things that you've done to serve your community and to serve so many vulnerable populations in Alachua County. And so you've made a huge difference to the people that you serve. So I hope that this is a small token to let you know how appreciated you are and what a good job you've done. So congratulations.
Thank you, Jenny, very much.
Starting in March 2020, Randall Duggins played an integral role on a campus-wide team of engineers and fabrication facilities, led by Associate Dean Forrest Masters in the College of Engineering. Randall became their go-to 3D modeler, asked to step beyond his normal library responsibilities and expertise to develop and 3D print customized models, including masks and respirators for Shands anesthesiologists. His most significant contribution was in customizing and printing the nasal swabs used in UF's COVID-19 testing. UF Health couldn't procure enough swabs to test all campus employees, so Randall was asked to evaluate a 3D printed swab model being developed at USF. He modified the 3D digital model to meet UF Health specifications that it had to be a certain length and diameter for the swab shaft to snap cleanly in the available tubes. He was then part of the small team that fabricated the thousands of swabs at Exactech's manufacturing facility in Alachua. Randall spent long days at the facility in order to produce enough swabs for the campus testing. Once completed, he returned to producing prototypes for anesthesiology, door openers for UFIT, and face shields for library staff. As Randall's supervisor, I must note that much of what Randall did that last summer was entirely new for him, especially considering he had only been in charge of Marston's 3D printing lab for just a few months. He had to gain new modeling skills to meet the doctor's demands and had never worked in a biomedical clean facility before. Each time someone made a request of him, Randall worked extra hours, including nights and weekends, to gain necessary knowledge and skills because he knew how crucial this effort was to UF and the hospitals. All of UF benefited from Randall's work last summer, but the majority of us, even within the libraries, are unaware of the tremendous effort he put in behind the scenes.
So I'm here today at the Marston Science Library at the University of Florida, and with me is Sarah Gonzalez from the library, and also Randall Duggins. And Randall is our NEFLIN 2021 Member of the Year. And Randall, we are just really thankful for the work that you've done. I've heard a little bit of your story, how that you've contributed this year at a time when there was a huge need. And so you filled such an important need, and we're just very appreciative and proud of you as a NEFLIN member. And so we're excited to present the NEFLIN Member of the Year Award to you. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And so on behalf of Marston Science Library, we're so proud of Randall, of his work and initiative to make the PPE and the swabs available. And I know we also want to acknowledge and thank Dean Judy Russell for her support of the lab and making Randall available to the campus team that did this.
Thank you very much.